Hi friends and fellow intuitive academics. My name is Shelley and I am an educator, healer, and researcher. And I draw from my intuition and my lived experience as a PhD to offer you guidance on your academic journey. And today I wanted to wish you, Aries, happy birthday. And I wanted to do a little reading for your forecast for the year. And so this is appropriate for Aries sun, of course, but any Aries placement in your chart that you like to keep track of and draw in from, especially on your academic journey. So Aries rising, moon, maybe like North Node possibly is significant. I always like to track my rising sign, especially for my career, because my sun sign's Sagittarius, my rising sign's a Capricorn. Those are kind of different energies. So the Capricorn kind of attitude or energy or readings always kind of resonated a lot more in my career path. And so that's why you might want to check this out and your other signs readings as we go ahead. But anyways, that's up to you to decide. So this will just be for Aries, the upcoming year. Happy birthday to you, and I want to end the reading by giving you a chance to ask a question. So at the end, I'll let you know when you can ask your question. You can think of it ahead of time, but maybe during the reading something else will occur to you, and then we'll pull a card for your answer. Okay, with that said, let's just get right into your overview reading. And I'll try to keep this general first and then see if there's a need to scope it to your academic journey, which is what I specialize in. But I would also say career path is something that I get clear insights into, just because that's kind of the language I developed going through my own school and my own I guess aspirations doing career. I think I want to do one more shuffle and we'll pull out a line of cards. Okay, so we are starting with the Hanged Man. I kind of want to start here first, get some info. This is a new deck. I'm using it for the first time, the True Heart deck. And so I'm kind of like exploring this and feeling it for the first time along with doing your reading. So it's very exciting for me too. Okay, so this year is about shifting your perspective. I want to say shifting your perspective on what brings you joy, because when I pulled this, I thought for a minute it was the Sun card. And so I feel like the Sun card is layered into your Hanged Man card for your reading. So shifting your perspective on your life and how you orient yourself to the joys, to attaining joys in your life. The Eight of Wands. Something here about like the Eight of Wands speaks to something happening fast, but here it looks like thoughts happening fast, right? Perception happening really quickly. So this shift could be happening very quickly and effectively for you this year. Seven of Wands. This shift in perspective is going to help you Seven of Wands. It's going to help you defend yourself. So strange, because there's all these wands stuck in the shield. And it almost looks like these wands, like people's thoughts coming towards you, and they're getting stuck in the shield. It's almost like you get some kind of energetic, psychic, protective field around you. So if you are like feel that you're empathic or sensitive in some way, and you might have been feeling very exposed to other people's negative energies, negative thoughts, you're really developing a way to protect yourself very strongly this year. Six of Wands, and there's a lot of success in this. Yeah. And then the Ten of Swords in reverse. It's helping you to release the pain. Yeah, I really do feel that this is all about like psychic protection for you. Whether you identify as like having psychic abilities or not, you might think of it as, you might think of yourself as sensitive and sensitive to other people's attitudes, to their words, to their energies. It impacts you a lot. You might consider yourself a highly sensitive person. And so you're really unlocking some key insight into the way you work so that you can quickly put protections around yourself and live your life in a more balanced way, so that you can kind of like you're not so affected by other people anymore. You can go through your life in this kind of energetic protective bubble and just be with your own energy and live your life that way. And it's huge for you. It changes everything. Yeah, I think I want to share some insight from my own life. So as I was reaching the end of my graduate studies, I learned about this term like highly sensitive person. Um, and also, what was the other one? Oh no, sorry, highly sensitive person, yes, but also this other one is like high functioning anxiety. And it came from this woman who found some kind of link between high achieving women in their careers and high functioning anxiety as like almost like this driving force that made women very like successful in their careers, because they were always driven by their anxieties. They're always trying to outrun them. But in the end, they always suffered from like burnout. And when I read this, I really related to it. And no one had ever called me like as like anxious before in like a clinical way, or suggesting that I might like have some sort of anxiety that that I could shift the way that I live my life to help mitigate that a little bit. Yeah, so it's one of these things that is like there's so many things out there that are completely invisible to the way we live our lives. And once I learned that, and I didn't even like talk to anyone about it, but it's just reading that information shifted my perspective, and I realized, oh, I'm not the only one that's like feeling this way, that's like burning out. Yet I feel guilty for burning out because like I have everything, like I was very successful in my studies, and like winning the awards and the grants, and it feels like I have no right to be anxious, but it was the anxiety that was driving this. And once I learned that, it opened up something in me, and I was one step closer to like accepting myself in some way. And it gave me a lot of armor, a lot of tools, that understanding of myself to not feel guilty anymore, to understand how I work the way I do, to not have to explain myself or apologize for myself to anyone. It just is what it is. And I was part of a demographic that was like pretty much invisible until recently. It really gave me some kind of social and personal strength. And I that's what I'm seeing coming through in your reading, that something like this is going to happen for you this year, and it's powerful, it's beautiful. and you're going to be so grateful for it, and it's going to shift your life in a wonderful way. I want to close off this line, and I'll do another line, but I wanted to close off this line with an oracle card. This is also a new deck that I'm using for the first time with you, so I'm excited to try it out. Authenticity, rainbow activation. This feels very much like what I was saying, accepting yourself, learning something about your authentic self and accepting it and becoming all the more stronger for it. Okay, so it says you can spend your entire life trying to feel ready to share your gifts with the world, but what if you gave up on feeling completely ready and just started today? This card comes forward with a rainbow activation to help you shine your true colors. There are many different facets and aspects to your soul. Some you have kept hidden and some are easy for you to express. The rainbow light is beckoning you to bring your prismatic light out of hiding. Revel in the fullness of your gifts today and don't downplay those that are natural for you to express. Many times in your life, you have doubted if you truly carried anything special, and this card is telling you that you are made to step up onto the proverbial stage to hold unique and diverse abilities. The rainbow medicine pulls this forward, inviting you to choose your sacred path. Yeah, I want to stop there because it's feeling so much like what I was trying to say to you, or hopefully what I communicated to you before, that there is something about yourself that you're accepting. This is giving a spin on it that's making me realize this thing that makes you special, that makes you unique, it might be something that you don't understand about yourself or you feel ashamed about yourself, but actually it's a beautiful gift. When you see it in the right way, it will change everything. It will stop being a hindrance or something that you want to hide, something that makes you different, and it will instead become like a beautiful characteristic of gift that is unique to you, and you're going to see this in that way this year, and that's so exciting. That's so beautiful. I just see your heart opening up and like rainbows shooting out of it. It's just I think that you're going to really love when that happens. The world often tries to dim or suppress the most natural elements of our soul. Bring forward the light and playful energy of your child self, allowing yourself to feel the full color spectrum of your spirit and the rainbow nature of your heart. Your presence is powerful, and it's time to claim your beautiful hue. I just had a vision when I was reading that like something tangible you can do that might be out of character for you is to like get a box of crayons. Oops, sorry for that camera pause. So I was saying, get the big like 60 plus box of crayons and just, go draw freehand or get a coloring book and just experience every color of that crayon box. Don't save any of it. Every color of the rainbow should be part of your experience. And I feel like with that reading about bringing out your inner child into this rainbow activation, that could be a tangible way to kickstart that. So if your birthday is still coming up, I would say gift yourself a box of crayons and just start going for it and see what emerges on the canvas in front of you. So I'm going to get a second line of message. It may connect to the first line. It may be a totally different message. We'll leave it open and see what happens. Ooh, 2 shot right out. So this is, I'm going to put this off as separate. This is the Lover's card and the Two of Discs, which is the Two of Coins. So something, there is a choice about something that you're trying to make. It could be about relationships, it could be about family, but it doesn't have to be. But it does seem to be a pretty important choice. Again, I'm drawn to the sun here, related to pursuing your joy in the best way possible. Something feels a little chaotic for you. I feel like this has already been happening. Something feels a little chaotic for you, and you're making a choice of how to resolve that. Let me see if there's recommendation on how to resolve that. Humility with the birch tree. So this card is about, oh wow, you have the sun coming through again. It's about you standing tall and taking your rightful place. The healing affirmation says, I am a significant part of creation upon this planet. I choose to take up my rightful space here. So this would be your advice with this choice and chaos in some kind of relationship or some area of your life there where you're trying to make a choice to resolve the chaos. Actually, I just got some kind of image. I just want to bring one more card to make sure that I saw that right. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, I think that is right then. Actually, for some people, this is about your health. I would say it's about advocating for your health. So you, kind of similar to what I was telling you here about how I was made aware of, something that I didn't know I was really like suffering from. There wasn't really like it's not a common kind of thing that people would frame what I'm going through. They would just call it like I was too sensitive or something. So there's something similar happening with you where it's like you're doing your own research into like what is causing this ailment. And you are gaining insight. You are the one that's gaining insight into your own health. So you are absolutely correct, and you should stand tall and advocate for yourself, for your self-care practice, for your own health. Yeah. So for some people that could be related to what's coming through here about the thing that makes you unique and you gain some insight into it. It could be related to the health thing. For others, it could be a totally different health concern. So this is like mental health as much as physical health. And I want to say like feminine body, like something to do with like hormones could be possible. Yeah. So just trust yourself on that. You do have the tools to find the right pathway towards the answer. So you might not, like, of course, find the total answer, but you'll have an inkling that your case doesn't fit the norm, and you're going to figure out this like imbalance. It could be like imbalanced hormones for some people. You're going to first recognize that that is a problem that you want to deal with, that needs to be dealt with in a specific way, and you'll have to be the one that keeps advocating for yourself until you meet the right set of doctors that get it. Stand tall, and your joy is just beyond the trees here. Your joy is peeking through. Yeah. Oh, it does feel very big. It feels like it's something you're living with, and you're living with it, you're getting through the day. But once you figure this out, put the right piece in place, you will have so much more energy and what's the word, vivacity than you have been. And I just received a message for you to, like, this is going to play out individually for different people. So the message is to look for your own signs, develop a language with your guides. I don't know why I'm seeing that in her holding up the cup, but it's like, maybe it's like you being receptive to the signs coming into you. Yeah. Okay, so I was going I was going to do that as a sidebar message, but okay, so let me just continue on then. Let's do that second layer of message, because I did already shuffle for that. So you get the King of Wands in reverse, the Empress in reverse, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the King of Swords in reverse. I'm really being drawn to hear the vision with the eye peeking through the tear in the sky. It's really anchoring what we've talked about in the other two layers, about you gaining insight into something, gaining perspective. So what I want to do is actually read the Four of Cups description from the author. Okay, so it says, to build a more stable foundation, your personal need for space should take precedence. You need an emotional timeout. For some, this means a break from everyone and everything demanding your time. Peace and quiet will aid in reconnecting you to your passions with a fresh perspective. If you're already in a period of withdrawal or self-protection, yeah, this came up in the first line, the protection of yourself. Oh yeah, the energetic protection of yourself. This card may be telling you it's time to reconnect with the world at large. Some may give or receive an offer of friendship or love that's met with little interest. Don't take it personally if you're rejected. If the shoe is on the other foot, let the wearer down easy. In relationship dynamics, a need for space or a redefining of boundaries may be present. Distance and aloofness can cause partners to feel left out or taken for granted. You can need space but still love someone. It doesn't mean the dynamic is over for good. All healthy relationships have ups and downs. Use this time to figure out if the goal is reconnection or if things have run their course. Some may be ready to offer their cup of love after a dormant period. In professional life, block out distractions and focus on the projects at hand. You may be working alone and find that boredom with the daily grind has set in. You're building your future, so stay on task and out of office politics. The high vibe, which is what we pulled, is self-reflection, meditation, focus, personal timeout, emotional space. Yeah, there's something about the space, your boundaries, but also the focus that's standing out to me. Focus. Something needs your focus. Yeah, this would be in your work. Cultivating something. I want to say with the King of Swords in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse, there's two things going on. There's some there's some problematic character in authority that you need to watch out for. And then Also, there's someone, yes, a problematic character that you need to watch out for because they're kind of like misusing their power in your work or your school situation. So basically, like a promise that is being made won't be fulfilled from this party. So something to watch out for with that. With the Empress in reverse, I see that the way around this is to really take your self-care and your confidence in yourself seriously. Basically, like trust your gut and yeah, even though they have authority in this capacity, um, you can't you can't be fooled. You shouldn't be fooled because you see through it. You just need to, like the birch tree message, stand up for yourself and like and what you deserve in this opportunity, this arrangement. If you're able to negotiate or in some way, like this would be your message to negotiate that. Yeah, so again, we're working here in this layer. Yeah. One, yeah. Focus. Keep your insights in your workplace. Ooh. I just felt some pressure on my head. So I don't know if this is a situation that's causing you some pressure. Stand for yourself. Don't just take the pressure, you know, don't just like work through it. Stand up for what you deserve. Like for some people this could be like your boss is like calling you after work hours to take care of something. Like just draw the line with that out of respect for yourself. This is calling me to like the idea of self-respect, and protecting your energy. And this does have a link to your health because it's like drawing your energy levels down. Yeah, like things like that, they might feel little, but just your message here is don't stand for it, you know? Like, you know it's not right and you shouldn't do it, and you shouldn't have to do it, and you're right. And so now is like the time to set your foot in the ground. You know, stick to what's in the contract, stick to what is fair working conditions for you. Yeah, let's get an oracle card for that message now. Mosaic pieces. So this message is all about the pieces that make up the whole. So like I was saying, these things like your boss, you know, asking you to check on a report at 7 p.m. after working hours, like it seems little, but it does matter in the end. Every piece matters to make up the whole picture of, say, your health and your happiness. So yeah, don't dismiss that because they really do add up. The small pieces even still add up, and you know every little piece that you feel is not right for you and something that you need to stand by to protect yourself, honor that this year because it's going to amount to a very good outcome for you. Again, like I said, I really felt the sun energy in your reading today. This is like coming to you throughout the year. You're really going to like bask in that sun energy. It's always like peeking out from behind the corner, waiting for you to kind of establish your boundaries, change your perspective, stand up for yourself in multiple aspects for it to kind of reveal itself and emerge. So that's lovely, and I'm wishing you like all the best with that. I do want to give you time to ask a question. So ask a question in your head. You can pause the video if you need. And I'm going to pull a tarot card and an oracle card to signify the answer to that. Okay, so pause it if you need. I'm gonna pull the card for your answer right now. So, and an answer to Aries' question. And so you got 8 of Swords. Self-imposed limitations. Not believing that you can do the thing. Let me tell you that you can do the thing, because these limitations are set by you mentally. You're holding yourself back. So it all depends on you, basically. And then another clarification. Ancestors, star nations. Something that's striking me in the 2, it's like you're kind of blinded here, blindfolded. You're not seeing the way because of, I would say, generational conditioning. Like maybe your parents and your grandparents told you that something can't happen because of who we are. Yeah, in some way this is an ancestral pattern that you're limiting yourself by. But also the ancestors are your key. So like I said before, to look for established signs to look for to help be guided. Your ancestors are part of your spirit team guiding you really on this, because we pulled this card. So depending on what your question was, think of an ancestor that you might know, but also it can be generally anyone in the ancestor line far back that you don't even know, to connect to their energy specifically regarding that question you have. And really, you could really maybe develop some focus with that one ancestor guide to really like be your main guide, sending you messages on how to get through this. But let me read this one sacred ceremony bit for you. Imagine yourself standing under the darkest sky you have ever seen, with millions of stars overhead. You begin to feel the presence of expansive love, and an ancestor who you've missed very much approaches you. Their face holds a kind and welcoming expression, and you embrace. Allow this familiarity and comfort to fill you up. They offer you a sacred message to guide your life, reminding you of the wisdom they always shared with you. You are filled with gratitude and tell them you will see them in your dreams. Tonight, as you go to sleep, ask for them to visit you from the stars for another embrace. Oh, some of you may have asked how you can communicate with your guides, and this is your answer, is that you're in a way you're not open yet to the communication, but you can start small, and you can start with signs and start with your dreams. You can like ask them from your heart to visit you in your dreams. And it might take a while. Just keep asking every night, building that connection, and that will be the first way that you connect with your ancestor guides. Just start with one particular one that you have a strong bond with first. Open your heart in that way, and then there are many ways that people learn to connect with their guides, and you'll develop yours, and that will really be your strength going through the year of navigating the things that you feel unsure how to move forward with. Develop your relationship with that one ancestor strongly first, and then they will almost be like the representative for your spirit guide team. And you'll get there. So I'm wishing you such a happy birthday, Aries. There's a lot in store for you. The sun is coming through in your reading, and I wish you the best on this journey, and I hope you continue to work with love. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, comments, questions, and I will love to see you in next readings ahead.